Hi guys, right, in this video a 3-card tarot spread for the sign of Aquarius. They're all running a little bit out of order this week, and as usual I'm afraid it's become, because I have my new very slow upload speed, and so I'm doing them out of order because otherwise Capricorn, Aquarius and Pisces nearly always get left out if things go on as they are. I'm hoping things are going to improve, but they haven't improved yet. But let's take a look in this tarot reading and see if things are going to improve for the sign of Aquarius. So I'm shuffling away at Tarot in Wonderland, one of my favourite decks, and I'd say the one I've used most on YouTube. And what we've got here is 8 of Cups for the first card. Really, so longings, desires, that kind of thing indicated by the cups. It's a water sign card, basically. Cancer, Scorpio or Pisces around you. I'm particularly drawn to the idea of Pisces around you or in your chart here. Just something of the feeling that comes from this card. So Alice is walking away. Now we're looking at a situation, where Alice is kind of coming away from a feeling of almost bereavement, I suppose. Not quite as bad as that, or at least I would certainly hope not by the time we get to the 8 of Cups. But being an 8, it's an as above, so below kind of situation. So it's an anything can happen or anything can have happened situation. And that's the most important thing to think of here. Because rather than trying to push her way through the door, Alice is walking away. Now in the traditional 8 of Cups, the guy has got everything he could possibly need, but doesn't realise it and has gone off to find something else. Well, in so many ways, Alice has got what she needs there, but she really needs to get to the door behind those cups. So in this case, Aquarius, this is an invitation to see through your longings and desires and try and find a way actually to keep moving on through life without getting caught up too deeply in those. Okay, those things do really seriously matter. I'm not just saying kind of, it's sensible to ignore those things, because it isn't, not by any means, but this is definitely calling on you to move forward in one way or another, Aquarius. We will find out some more as we go through the spread, and right now I am in Kyle Gray's Keepers of the Light Oracle deck, having a shuffle and saying, tell us more please about the 8 of Cups in this reading for Aquarius. Tell us more please about the 8 of Cups. I'm doing this second week in August 2019. Best time to watch it is now, when you're drawn to watch it, guys. All welcome. So what have we got? Commander Ashtar, call to action. Really? No, Alice is actually taking some action in the 8 of Cups there, and in the more traditional meaning of the card, she wouldn't actually have to, but this certainly picks up on the Wonderland tarot aspect of it. And what is Commander Ashtar saying? Call to action, take charge, lead by example, and walk your talk. So as you're walking away from whatever's going on in this card for you guys, and different strokes for different folks, it's always fluid energy, but whatever's happening as you walk away here, don't forget it's actually still a means to an end, because I don't feel Alice is actually walking away from her dream here. She's just walking away from one particular way of trying to make it happen. And Commander Ashtar is telling her, don't forget, still got to do things to make progress. We've still got to put the effort in when that card comes up, most particularly actually because being an 8, it is very close to the feeling of completion that comes along with 10 there. And she is actually very close to finding the answers. There's sunflowers in this card, there's leaves all over it, but it's rather a dull image. And what's really needed is action. She just doesn't know quite what action to take yet. But if she takes charge, leads by example, and walks her talk, then she'll be she'll be well and truly in tune with Commander Ashtar there. Grand. So let's move on and have the middle card in this reading for the sign of Aquarius, if you will please, my spirit guides. Let's see, what have we got? We have a shuffle, and we've got 8 of Pentacles. So really, it feels like you've been really badly equipped to do your job somehow, but it also feels like help is at hand. Now, Aquarius, is this why you've had to walk away in the 8 of Cups situation, whatever that was? Is it because, I mean, look, you can do the job with a great big long pencil, but he's holding it in entirely the wrong place. In the story, Alice comes in and shows him how to hold it properly, and he is actually able to do something about it in the end. But it's another 8 card, 8 of Pentacles this time. Now, Pentacles is all the energies really, earth, fire, water, and air, all working together under the guidance of divinity, you know, God, the divine great spirit, whatever you want to say, maybe even just the higher self. Is there anything such thing as just the higher self? It's a rather spectacular thing, and whatever else we think about God and general supremacy in life, it is got to be the higher self that's involved when we're thinking that. So link into that higher self. If Alice herself doesn't turn up and help you to hold the pencil properly, learn to do it yourself, okay? It's a matter of perseverance, really, because the king here is very, very close to getting a very positive outcome indeed. Okay, let us go and see what Kyle Gray has to say about this in Keepers of the Light for Aquarius. Tell us more about the Eight of Pentacles, please, in this spread for the sign of Aquarius. Where is the Eight of Pentacles taking us? Okay, White Eagle, Ancestor Spirit. Here we are. Connect to your lineage, your family wound or pattern can be healed now. And there he is, White Eagle, Ancestor Spirit. So they always say don't look back, you know. Well, I certainly never look back in terms of we get wiser as we go through life. And White Eagle here has clearly gathered a lot of wisdom. That's one of the main things that's really showing in this card. So it's not about looking back in terms of backward thinking, in terms of turning back the clock in any way. But it is a reminder that we should always kind of remember that we're standing on the shoulders of those who went before us, pioneers who did whatever job we do, whatever work we do, and our own family members who brought us into the world and made it all kind of all right and all coolio in the world for us to get on with life. They did that for a reason. I'm a parent myself, and I must admit some of it is just the urge to procreate. I'm sure of that, but all the wonderful things that go with it and all the amazing opportunities that new children being born bring into the world, all that newness, all that innocence. It's about looking forward, but you know, we mean that very much to the last generation who brought us into the world, and they are always watching, they are always wanting to help. So there is some serious help in terms of the Eight of Pentacles here, where it's all to play for. It's actually all looking really positive, but how on earth do we do anything with this pencil? Well, what we do is we call on the spirit of the ancestors. That points to a rather tricky situation somewhere. This is the heart of the matter, basically, Aquarius, and it is going to be a little bit different for everyone who is in on this reading here. And share it around, guys, please, if you think there are people who'd enjoy it. But yeah, here we go. You know, this really is about here we go, because it is so close to completion, and there are so many pentagrams already on the wall. He's managed to draw all of those with that pencil. So whatever the problem is, keep trying, because eventually you'll have plenty of successes racked up. And if you've done this before and you've succeeded before, look back to those past successes, okay? Life throws things at us which I don't want to use the swear word about, but it does that all the time, you know. And you've bounced back before, I'm sure, Aquarius. You'll bounce back again, because this isn't really about being out of the picture for you, Aquarians, at all. This is just about it's going too slow. Something's not working, basically. But remember that the grand plan is working, and the ancestor spirits are always right behind us, working on our behalf. So time to shuffle tarot in Wonderland again, and let's have the last of the 3 tarot cards in this spread for you guys, and it is Three of Cups. Let's just put the other ones down. 3 of Cups. And this is great. This is very, very powerful. No, it's not. It is if it's that way round. That's much better, isn't it? I nearly got a chance to read it there. But there's no words on this one apart from 3 of Cups there. So I can read it in the camera if I want. And I rather well do. Now then, I'm drawn to say all that because there's some kind of mirror writing thing going on when I hold it up to the camera. So this might be a little bit twisted. This might not be as straightforward as it looks, Aquarius. But what is palpable here, and what I really am giving you in this reading, if I can, is the feeling of loved upness that comes here. This is like-minded friends coming in around you, Aquarius, and actually wanting to help you with your plans, not just because they want to help you, but because they're like-minded and you will want to help them with their plans. Everyone working together will create great things. It's alchemical, it really is. when ordinary human beings work together like this. The other reading, of course, is that there are two partners here, and the spirit world is joining in and adding to their efforts, adding to their joy, and adding to the love in this situation. I've no doubt about that whatsoever. Lots of low-hanging fruit, Aquarius. So this looks good. Pay attention to what's around you, and this is later in the reading, so I'm not saying that's an immediate thing, but it's always worth paying attention to what's going on around you, up to a point. I mean, I wouldn't care too much about what politicians are doing. We find that out when it's inevitable, don't we? And there's lots of inevitable stuff that, the stuff of life that is quite often a pain in the neck and gets us nowhere. And that's well worth ignoring if you ask me. Anyway, back to Kyle Gray and say, tell us more, please, about the Three of Cups in this reading for Aquarius the second week of August 2019, or whenever the viewer is viewing, and you're very welcome to do that. Telling us more about that, Joan of Arc, the voice of truth. Not a character to be messed with, but certainly a character to be turned around for a second. Stand strong, focus on your purpose, release the fear of persecution, and speak your truth. That is rocketingly important, and I'm actually really glad I turned that round, because look at the turquoise there. It's almost a turquoise fire, isn't it? If fires could be blue, that would be a turquoise fire. So there's that fire in the heart that builds up inside us when we can't speak our truth. And it looks like that is an issue, Aquarius. But get that truth spoken, okay? And standing strong and being focused is really crucial. Again, it's kind of paying attention to your surroundings. And that, in fact, is where it comes into this. Because look, low-hanging fruit everywhere. Loads of boxes with cakes in. They've got the cups there, and there's all the longings and desires actually on the journey, actually coming through to fruition, and actually great things happening. But remember that voice of truth. Stand strong, focus on your purpose, release the fear of persecution, and speak your truth. Now, guys, fear of persecution. If someone's down on you, just keep on speaking your truth, okay? Because when people are down on each other, it's not really a rational thing, It really is subjective. It really is all about what people think, and it's not helping matters when people are just down on you. Because if there's a problem, what you need is something positive to get some good answers flowing, because that keeps the flow of abundance going, that keeps the conveyor belt of life going, and it makes everything work a whole lot better. I'm going to leave that one there, Aquarius. Thanks very much for watching. Thank you for your patience, because these uploads, I'm always on about it, aren't I? We will overcome, though. One day I'll have fibre optic here, and it'll be as fast as you like. That's my affirmation anyway. Meanwhile, thanks ever so much for watching. Subscribe, tap that bell, and select whichever one of those three things that comes up that you like the look of. Leave me a comment. We'll share the journey. Share me around the internet if you can. Have a fantastic week, and I'll be back very soon, Aquarius. Peace.